Well, hello everyone. This is Peter Brown with a look at your weather forecast for the upcoming 7-day period. And I hope you all had a great holiday season and a very happy new year. And here we are in 2017, if you can believe it. And we are now in the coldest month of the year. January is pretty much the bottom of the barrel in terms of temperatures here in southern New England. As we start out our period on Friday, look at this. We're going to see temperatures pretty chilly, but not too far from average for this time of the year. Highs in the upper 20s, and of course overnight lows getting very chilly at this time of the year in the mid-teens. And it's going to be about average, though, so nothing really too cold, but unfortunately nothing too warm for those of you who are looking for a little bit more warmth in the forecast. As we get to the end of the period, you can see our average high temperatures keep going down a little bit more. By the time we get to the end of the period, our average high temperatures are right around freezing. So that's just about as cold as it gets around here in southern New England. So one good piece about that is we only have to go up from there all the way till July. But we'll talk about that, of course, as we go ahead in the next few months. But as we move ahead, I'm going to show you a little bit of what's going to be going on with our weather for the next 7 days. And really, there's not going to be a whole lot going on for us unless you're traveling down to southeastern Massachusetts, like to Cape Cod and the islands or the south coast. There's going to be a weak system passing by our area on Friday morning, and that might bring us here in the Burlington area just a chance of some light snow and maybe flurries even at the most. That might be all that we see around here. But if you're traveling down to Boston and going down towards Cape Cod, you could see a couple of inches on the ground. So if you're heading towards the city and southwards, keep an eye out on that. As we get into the rest of the weekend here, there's also going to be another system, but that's going to be passing well out to our east. And this is actually going to bring a lot of snow to the Carolinas and maybe even to Atlanta, if you can believe that. As we get to the end of the period, as you look out here towards the Midwest, we have the chance of kind of a messy storm maybe affecting us by Wednesday and Thursday, with a chance of some snow, sleet, and freezing rain, and also maybe just some plain old rain. So we're definitely going to have a little bit of everything as we go ahead for this period. As we move ahead, I'm going to show you a little bit about the precip and temps that we're expecting for the next 7 days. And right on here, this is basically a map looking at the period from January 10th to the 14th. So this is really looking at the end of our period. As you can see up here in our Burlington area, in the southern New England area, look at this. They're expecting us to be a little bit wetter than normal. So if we have a little bit cooler weather with us, that could, of course, mean a possibility of snow. But as we head to the next graphic, I'm going to show you, it doesn't look like it's going to be shaping up that way for you snow lovers out there. Look at this. The Climate Prediction Center is expecting us here in southern New England as we get towards the end of next period. Look at this. Much above average temperatures. And when we get to the 7-day forecast, that's definitely going to be reflected when we see temperatures maybe getting up near 50 by the end of next week again. As we move ahead, I'm actually going to show you some of those great graphics. It might be not so nice if you like the warm air in the beginning of the 7-day period. As you can see right here, Friday, we're going to introduce those cloudy skies with the chance of light snow and temperatures only in the 20s. And look at this. As we get into Saturday and Sunday, temperatures get down into the low 20s by Sunday. And look at this. Going into Monday morning, we're going to see temperatures down around 0 perhaps here in the, or at least the single digits in the Burlington area. But as we move ahead, of course, we get in Monday, that's going to be the real bitter cold. Temperatures only in the teens to around 20. And if we get into Tuesday, we may see a chance of a little bit of light snow developing in the Burlington area, and that's going to be pretty much the precursor to this messy storm that might be affecting us from the Midwest on Wednesday. But look at this as we get to Wednesday. We're going to see a mixed bag of precipitation, really not much snow, mostly rain, we think, but temperatures moderating into the mid-40s. And as we get to Thursday, look at this, partly sunny skies and temperatures near 50. That's absolutely beautiful weather for going into the second week of January. So folks, I know it's the real dead of winter, but I hope you get out there, and if you're a snow lover, get up to the mountains, enjoy that wonderful weather, and have a great week.